nature or your mind is empty. And my mind is empty. Emptiness mind. How mind is empty? It's like sky. Mind is empty. Your mind is empty as a sky. Sky. And you, if that's true or not, you read to your mind. You find out it's true or not. Oh yeah, here's it. The fortunate children find out that it's true or not. How you do this? How do this? And you look inwardly to your mind. Or I use the word, look to the lookers. Watch to the watchers. And look to that. And when you look to that mind, when you look into the looker, that moment, or look to that, at that moment, relax. If you look to the looker, look to the looker, directly look to the looker, and then relax. That moment, you will see what is really difference between the sky and mind. What is the difference? You will find out. You will see. And that emptiness is what in the Dzogchen teaching said, or higher teaching, Buddha teaching said. This is the Dharmakaya. That is Dharmakaya. What we heard Dharmakaya call it is, of course, I mentioned before many times, you know that. Dharmakaya is free from the complexities, free from the extremes. Its origin and nature is pure from the beginning. It has no directions, no times. It is pervasive. That is our nature, emptiness nature of the mind. Here, to discover that nature, Great Master says, look to the looker, that instantly relax on that status. Then after that means you're not going to look more than that. Looking to the looker, that's enough. That is enough to discover true quality of the nature. If you're trying to look more than that, it is fabrications. It is dualities. Then we are fooling ourselves. So that is what the symbol is, what the Great Master. There's nothing to do. It's so simple, so easy, so natural, and relax. Now, when you now we discover that the mind is emptiness. Our mind is emptiness. This nature of the mind is not just a negation status of the empty. It's negation or the blank empty. Or it's partiality empty. It is. Then here, next line, the Great Master said, it is a self-luminosity, self-awareness. Self-awareness, self-luminosity. Immediately, when you discover the mind is empty, that moment, that same time, mind is luminosity, mind is clarity. Clarity status. And it is again, here the Great Master is like essence of like sun. Is like essence of a sun. Self-born, self-luminosity as a sun. And again, to discover this nature, this is true or not true. Again, find out with your own mind. How to this? To that, again, look to the looker itself and relax in that instant and behold vast clarity qualities of the nature of the mind. That is clarity. It's something that we cannot explain, yet it is vividly experienced. That vividly experienced is the clarities. That is what we experience. This is what, again, in the teaching said, as Great Master pointed out, that is Sambhokaya nature. This is the Sambhokaya. This is Sambhokaya and the Dharmakaya, as again in the teaching mentioned, they are not separated. It's all is, or both are within the both. There's no difference at all. That vividly, that openness and that infinite vastness, that emptiness. There's no difference between at all. And that is again, we're not talking someone else's mind or the Buddha's mind. We're talking ourselves. That's what this great master on the Dzogchen teaching pointing out to us, introducing our innate nature of the mind, our quality, what it is, and always corrected that, re-strengthened, reactivated that realization with our mind, with your mind, with my mind. That is this. So that's what it says. Now, this combination of the emptiness and the clarity is not just that. The nature is movements. As we said before, we went through. And in Tibet it's called jua. Jua. Jua means movements. So that means thoughts are coming. Thoughts are coming. That means, so thoughts are movement of thoughts. Thought of movement of thoughts. Everything, again, where is it coming? Where this thought of movement of thought coming? We cannot explain any place, the source, where it's coming. You cannot identify the source itself. Again, look to your mind, is true or not? When our thoughts, all those coming, where actually is coming? Where is coming? Also they're coming unpredictable. There's no regulations of the thoughts. Coming just kind of like as, showing up as it is. Very freely, without any thought. How that happening? How that happening, use examples here by great masters. And this is also Ngurupema Samba uses an example like this. This is teaching of Ngurupema Samba. See, here, said, same as like blowing air in the sky, on the space. Space. Thoughts are coming as blowing the wind in the space. Space. And that is. And again, it's true or not, read with your mind. Is true, that example or that whole thing is true or not, read with your mind. So that also indicating it's not just stories, it's not just something kind of other side, it's exactly with that. This is our nature of the mind. Mind ourselves, our way to this. And so to see this again, to find out of this again, so read your mind with this. And where that thought went, where that thought went, also when we can't say it went any places. Came as unpredictably, came as like without any substantial existing, and went where? As wind went in the space. Space. In order to discover this nature again, to make sure, again, look to that thought, the movement of thoughts by yourself. So look to that thought. And where is that thought? Moment you look to that, your arising thought or movement of thoughts, that moment it is evaporated or it is liberated. Liberated. There's nothing, any substantially that we can pick up. It's all happened as magic. Magic games. Came, be, and went left. There's no even trace of that. And now, next one, all this, so that is according, not according, this is the Dharmakaya analysis. Movement thoughts are Dharmakayas. That is what is. And now, next one is all what we have, what we call subject and objects. When we look to the world, there is subject and object. Our thought and conceptions are as a subject. That was already explained. Already explained is all empty. All as like illusions or the magics. Now, our sub-objects. Object, when we look to the outside,